Good morning, Red Wave. Welcome to Beware Bulldogs podcast. My name is Caleb Nail. This is the show where we talk Fresno State sports, Central Valley sports, and we're having a good time. Early morning show in the Central Valley. Let me know where you're listening from. It's always fun to hear where you guys are listening from. We go live 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. So if you ever want to get up early with me and join the live chat, feel free. I'd love to have you in here. I know it's tough, though. Today, we got a couple things to get through. I want to talk about how baseball did over the weekend. Update you on a couple things that I saw on social media, and then we'll get out of here and get to work. So I hope your Monday's starting well. And if it's ending, because I know you guys can listen to this whenever you want, if it's ending, I hope it went well. Thanks for joining and tuning in. Okay, first things first, I quickly want to run through what happened over the weekend, starting on Friday. Since we do Friday mornings, we're early. We're before everything happens. So on Friday, excuse me, sorry, I'm on the wrong Friday. There's a Friday that I want. Men's golf was in Stanford this weekend, so they played Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They're playing at the Stanford golf course. It was called the Goodwin. They finished 22nd out of 30. Not the greatest showing. They shot 39 over. Jaden Hunter led the Dogs. Tied for 26th at 2 over par. Then the West Coast relays were going on. I would need to actually, while we're here, I can pull up live results. We could run through this. I saw one of our gals won the hammer throw. Oh no, we're not going to run through that. That is a long list, very long list. Let's get back to what else happened over the weekend. Equestrian took on TCU in the Big 12 championship tournament. They lost to TCU 15-4. Women's tennis defeated New Mexico 4-1. Softball defeated San Jose State 3-2. And baseball mercy ruled San Jose State 13-3, beat them in 8 innings on Friday. Now, let's move to Saturday, the 29th. Excuse me, I did not take my allergy pill last night, and I'm struggling right now. Softball defeated San Jose State Saturday 8-5. Water polo defeated number 20 San Diego State 15-9. And baseball lost to San Jose State 2-1. Very typical of the baseball team, where we go score 13 runs, and then the next day we score 1. But then yesterday, women's tennis defeated Air Force 4-2. And baseball with a nice comeback, defeated San Jose State 4-2, scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th with 2 outs. And actually down to our last strike, started a 2-out rally, ended up winning this game, scoring 3 runs in the 9th and beating the Spartans 4-2. Sky Collins made a great catch at the end of the game. He also did he have the RBI as well, or was it Jet? Sky get on and then Jet hit him in. I watched the highlights last night. I didn't get to catch the game yesterday, but I watched the highlights, and it was a good one. It's a great ending. I think it was scoreless through 7. Pitching was pretty good. Caleb Hay. So I mean, if your name's Caleb, represent, baby. He's gonna do well this year. So baseball takes the series versus San Jose State. Softball, did they sweep on Friday? Yeah, they swept. Softball looks really good. I also watched the Saturday game highlights. Sorry, they did not sweep. They lost on Thursday. They played Thursday, and they lost that game. But the Saturday game looked really good. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the softball team. The baseball team takes on Cal Poly today in Fresno. And I believe we have played Cal Poly before, and we lost 7-3. It'd be nice to get one of these back. It's not conference play, but it would be nice to defeat Cal Poly. We also play them in April as well. They've been filling the roster. Cal Poly filling the schedule. So that's nice. Thanks, Cal Poly. But we get them today at, hold on, let me get it. Let me get the time to you. 2:00 today. First pitch. 2:00. So I think one of the things that I was thinking about is what does the baseball team need to do to be consistent, stay consistent, and I think it's less about the pitching and more about the bats. Because when we lose games, our bats go cold. Our loss against San Jose State, 1 run. We lost to Sac State, 3 runs. We lost 2 at UNLV, 1 run, no runs, 0. 1 loss against Nevada, 3 runs. So, I mean, the one game we've lost one game when we scored 5 or more runs. That was to TCU. We gave up 12 runs. That was earlier this month. But for the most part, when we lose games, we're scoring below 4 runs, 5 runs. But we're very capable of scoring runs and getting hits. I think I honestly, people may think differently. I think our pitching has been fine. And with Jack Anchor having a good outing this last time, that was the Friday night game, where we scored 13 runs, beat them 13-3. Jack looked really good. So there's a lot that we could do, and there's a lot of potential for this team. There's a lot of expectation for this team. Reigning Mountain West champs, some top prospects on this team. We got to get the bats going. So if we keep the bats going, I that's going to come with time. We'll get there. I have no doubt. But this team is tough. I like this team. It's going to be a lot of fun throughout the season as we keep going. But it'd be nice to win another midweek game. Hi, Marge. Oh, by the way, coffee. Coffee's here, baby. Oh, it's glorious. All right. Let's keep going. So I saw some news. Today's going to be a little bit shorter, by the way. Maybe. We'll see how many tangents I go on. Saw some news on X that women's basketball coach criteria has been released. And to no surprise, they want a coach that has 5 years of experience coaching college basketball. It's not a surprise to us because we saw this with the men's coaching search. Now this happening with the women's. And Coach Campbell from Clovis West has expressed that he is frustrated with this criteria. So, question of the day. Do you think that it is good or bad to have this criteria? I think if I'm going to answer that question, I would. I don't really like it. I understand why it's there. Not a fan of it though. Um, Jeez Louise. I shut the gate over here. Dog just squeezed through. Scared the jeebus out of me. Um, I understand Coach Campbell's frustration. I think there's a lot of good coaches that have been coaching, let's just say 3 years. And in this world, if you can turn a college program around in 3 years, you're a good coach. So I would be frustrated as well if I was in that position. And I think that there should be exceptions to the rule. They should allow those coaches that have been successful without coaching with coaching under 5 years to interview. I think that's fine. If we require 5 years, we may just get some other teams' cast-offs, like getting retired tires. Retread, excuse me, early. Retread tires. Didn't make sense when I read it. Thank goodness. Oh, yes, and thank you, James, for being here. Okay, so when it comes to the women's basketball search, I haven't heard anything. I'd like to get some people on that know a little bit more about what's going on, or I've heard something about the women's coaching position. But I think that Wiggins most likely is the leading candidate, in my opinion. You guys let me know if you know differently. Sam Droid, 559. I can always rely on him for that's one thing. Fresno State pitching, not good for both baseball and softball. And James agrees. Okay. I think I'm more worried about. Okay, let me put it this way. For baseball, I don't know enough about softball. But what I do know is that for the past 2 seasons, Sam here has been letting me know that pitching for softball hasn't been that great. But on the baseball side of things, and I'm not quite sure about softball, we seem to be fine this past weekend. But for baseball, my expectation at the plate is way higher than what we showed on Saturday and Sunday. Friday, 13 runs, great. But we didn't wake up till the 9th inning, till we were 1 strike away from losing. And then Saturday was not good. So, I just want to see, I guess it's more about consistency at the plate. And then, I don't know, you guys know more about the pitching side of things. I want to see us hit the ball. Put the ball in play. Real quick, 2 more things, and then that's all I have written down. By the way, I hope your opening day weekend was fun and got to catch up. Aaron Judge crushed it, and the Yankees literally crushed the baseball. And they have new bats. Bird in here. Oh, he's building a nest. Wonderful. Boy. Yankees were fun to watch this weekend. Aaron Judge, is it yesterday or 2 days ago? Holy smokes. They hit 9 homers in that game. Crazy. And And then you got NBA going on, which is just not fun, in my opinion. Sorry. And then uh, MLS, nobody keeps up with American soccer, unfortunately. But you got soccer going on. As much as I enjoy the sport. And then March Madness. And I'm pumped because there's only going to be one SEC team in the championship. And I'm an SEC hater. So, but all one seeds made it, went chalk. I still think it was a fun tournament, even though I disagreed with the selection committee on a lot of things. Fun tournament, and I think these are the 4 best teams. So how busted is your bracket, or did you at least get the final 4 correct? All right, last 2 things for Fresno State that I saw over the weekend on social media. Vance Wahlberg went on KC24, talked with Scott Bemis, and he was talking about how he could end up giving $250,000 of his own money to NIL, and he's hoping to get boosters to match that so that he would have a little over $1 million to go buy players. That's what it is. That's what NIL is. We're buying players now. So, to me, none of this stuff is surprising, but it's just sad that it's come to this. And what's really sad is that our head coach has to lead the way. But reminder, like I said, not surprised. You win 6 games. You're not going to get a lot of booster money. It's going to be really hard to. But this is what head coaching is now. It's fundraising. That's what it is. And that's why you got to have a GM that gets out there and can fundraise and pitch you and the head coach and your players and your team and what you're doing and your culture and things like that. So I like this GM role. So, and somebody like Stanford, you have a guy like Andrew Luck that comes in who's smart and can do that. And his name carries weight. I think it would be beneficial for Fresno State to bring someone on to do stuff like that. Oh, we're bringing Stacey Johnson-Klein back, Sam says. You bring her back for women's basketball. But back to Vance and the NIL and the money. I don't want to see it come to this. I didn't want to see it come to this. I'm not surprised that it has come to this, that a coach is going to be using his own money. I mean, it's Fresno State money anyways. It's coming from boosters probably in the first place. But this is not what you want to see. But how sustainable, what I got to thinking is how sustainable is this NIL? Because you have a season like we had, money's going to run out. A lot of money's going to run out. Plus, you have, I don't know if you guys saw this, but you have Fresno State professors giving out extra credit to kids who are going to Tesla protests. Boosters are going to pull money for that, and that hurts athletics. That's just a fact. It's going to happen. So I don't think it's sustainable, especially when businesses see that their money is going to a program that's winning 6 games, or if football doesn't work out, whatever, hope it doesn't, people are going to pull money, and that's going to happen all over the country. And then the other thing that happens with NIL is that it never ends. Like every year they're asking for money and more money. I don't know if business owners and boosters, especially in the market today, have that money. I don't know how sustainable this is, especially in Fresno. Everybody's struggling. So, I going to be tough. Not surprised though that Vance really is really going to be using his money and asking for more. And I know he said, I don't remember when, but he needs like 2 million. He would like two. He thinks he could build a decent team with $2 million. He's going to be lucky to get 1 million this offseason. That says a lot about where the program is at, what type of. I don't want to say what type of player, but there's, the players are tiered, like always, and we're only going to get to a certain tier with $1 million because everybody's in the portal at Fresno State, almost everybody. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. Spring game is coming up, so keep your eyes and ears open for what's happening at the spring game. I believe there's also a baseball game that day, so you're going to get a 2-for-1. And then if you have questions about the Green V section, a lot of the Green V section people are going to be there at the spring game. Make sure you find them, ask some questions if you want to get involved. If you want to sit in the Green V section, that they're going to have more info for you there. And other than that, that's all I really got. Follow on X. Keep up with what's going on in Blair Bulldogs world. I'm excited to see where this is going. Everybody's poor in California. Well, we're not wealthy. That's for sure. All right. I'm going to get out of here. Short one today. Baseball was fun this weekend. Fresno State baseball was a lot of fun this weekend. And then we got softball teams looking good, really good. So yeah, let me know what's going on. Reminder, I'm on X, beware_Bulldogs, Caleb_Nail. Hit me up with stuff that you run into, because I can't catch it all. And we're on YouTube. Subscribe. Share the video with your friends. Tell a friend. Word of mouth is still the best way of marketing. I truly believe that. So thank you guys. God bless. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And as always, short one today. Go Dogs.